Good evening friends, welcome to our aptitude training session 2. So in this session we are going to discuss simple and compound interest. So in our training session 1 we have discussed percentage, average, profit, loss and discounts. So today we are going to discuss simple and compound interest in our training session. So this is the plan for the day. So we'll discuss something about placement season online course. Then we'll discuss simple and compound interest. At the end, we'll discuss about. I will inform you about the offers, coupon code, and free resources available in the placement season. Okay. So let's see what is placement season online training. The placement season online training is the training through Facebook. So we'll give multiple short Facebook live training sessions of 30 to 60 minutes. And we'll cover all the aptitude topics in this training session. So this training session will happen once or twice in a week. So we have a premium package called Prepare with Placement Season. So our training plan will be aligned with the test package. So this video will be recorded and you can watch this video in our prep.placementseason.com. It's an exclusive site for preparation, and you can also watch this video in app.placementseason.com. There is a test taking app. You can watch the video in that app also. So now let's move on to our topic, simple and compound interest. Okay friends, so I'm going to give, for example, consider an example. I'm going to give 10,000 rupees to a person for 1 year. At the end of 1 year, if he returns 10,000 rupees, I won't accept. I expect some extra money for that 10,000 rupees. That extra money is called interest. So it will accept for both the case, borrowing and lending. So as in the definition, amount earned or paid by either lending or borrowing money respectively. In simple words, we can say the extra money which we get for the given money or the borrowed money. So that is called interest. So if you want to solve these problems in aptitude, you have to know these three terms: principal, time period, rate of interest. Principal is nothing but the amount which I give to a particular person. It could be 1,000, 10,000 or 5,000 or anything. So the total amount I give or I borrow from a person. Time period is the total duration. For example, I can give it to 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, anything. So, and the rate of interest is the extra amount I expect from the particular person. So, for example, if I give 1,000 rupees with 10% rate of interest means I expect 10% of that rupee at the end of 1 year. So, this is the three basic terms we need to know to solve the simple and compound interest. Okay. So what is simple interest and what is compound interest? Okay, so let's see about that. So for example, I am having 1,000 rupees. I give it to a person for 1 year with a rate of interest 10%. So at the end of first year, I will get 100 rupees. So this 100 rupees is called the interest. Similarly, if you give the same 1,000 rupees in compound interest, you will get the 100 rupees. So it means at the end of first year, you will get 100 rupees in case of simple interest and compound interest. So same 100 rupees. So the changes will happen after the first year. So at the end of first year, the interest will be calculated for 1,000 rupees only in case of simple interest. So I will get 100 rupees again. So in case of compound interest, the interest which we got in the first year will be added with the principal. So the principal will become 1,100 rupees. We'll calculate 10% of this and we'll get 110 rupees. So at the end of second year, in case of compound interest, we'll get 110 rupees. In simple interest, we'll get only 100 rupees. In compound interest, we'll get 110, that is 110 rupees. Okay. So in compound interest, the interest which we got after the first year will be added with the principal and will get the interest for that amount also. After second year, the interest we got in 2 years will be added with the principal. So every year the principal changes in case of compound interest, but in simple interest the principal will never change. It will be always fixed. Similarly, the interest in simple interest is same for all the years. Every year we will get 100 rupees. In case of compound interest, it will vary. So 110 rupees will increase to 121 and goes on. So let's look at this in a slide also. So as I explained, so we have principal 2 years 10% per annum. So at the beginning, at the end of 1 year I will get 100 rupees. Again at the end of second year I will get another 100 rupees. So totally I will get 1200 rupees at the end of 2 years in case of simple interest. In case of compound interest, I will get 100 rupees at the first year. It is common for both simple and compound interest. At the end of first year, we will get same amount in simple as well as compound interest. So after first year, we will get the interest for this 100 rupees also. So 10% of 100 is also added with the interest. So for this year, we will get 100 and 10% of 100 is 10. I added it. We will get 110 rupees. So totally we will get 1210 rupees in case of compound interest. So we understood that there is a difference between simple and compound interest at the end of 2 years. So there is no difference at the end of first year. There will be difference from second year onwards. So I hope you have understand simple and compound interest in the real time. Okay. So now let's look at few formula which we use to calculate this simple and compound interest. Okay. So I hope you have remembered all these formula. We have studied these formulas in our school days. SA equal to PNR by 100 and similarly compound interest equal to CIE P into 1 plus R by 100 into N. So in some books you may see the compound interest formula amount equal to P into 1 plus R by 100 over N. So here we have subtracted the principal to get the compound interest. So if you refer books, you will get to know, you will see these form, you use the formula like this. So there is no need to confuse with this. In this formula we will get the total compound interest value with the sum. So if you subtract the principal, you will get the compound interest. So remember these two formulas, but we are not going to use this formula to solve our problem. So if you solve this problem, it will take time to get answer. So we will be using different approach to solve this problem. That is called percentage method. We are going to use this percentage method, not the formula method. So let's look at different types of problem we have in the simple and compound interest. So the first and basic type is simple interest. So we know that PNR by 100 is the formula to calculate simple interest. So we have 4 variables here. They will give any 3 variables and they will ask you to find the 4th variable. So it will be given directly or indirectly. So you have to find any one in this. It's a simple interest based problem. In compound interest, we have again the same parameters. So they will give values and we have to find the unknown value. And the third type is difference between simple and compound interest. So in the example we have discussed earlier, in simple interest we got 200 rupees at the end of second year. In compound interest we got 210 rupees at the end of second year. So from this example itself we could see there is a difference between simple and compound interest value at the end of second year. So you will get problem based on this and we will be discussing in our upcoming slides. So then comparison, 2 different periods based problem. So they will give interest for some years. and again interest for some other years. So we have to calculate rate of interest or principal based on the given parameters. So they will compare two different years and you have to find the value. Then the last concept is quarterly or half yearly increment. So we'll discuss at the end of slide after discussing this 4 headings. Okay, let's move on to the first problem. So, simple interest on the amount after 2 years at rate of interest 8% per annum is 960 rupees. What is the amount? So now listen, in this question they have given simple interest on an amount after 2 years. It means they have given the value n equal to 2 years at the rate of interest r equal to 8%. Per annum is 960. That is, they have given the simple interest is 960 rupees at the end of 2 years. So now we have to calculate that is the amount which we deposited in this simple interest. So I will explain this problem with formula as well as the percentage method. So we know this PNR by 100. So P equal to, we don't know the value, so let's keep the variable into n 2 years into r 8%, 100, simple interest they have given 960 rupees. If you simplify this, you will get P value equal to 6000. So 960 into 100 divided by 16 and you will get 6000. So you can follow this method also, but we suggest you to follow a percentage method which I am going to teach now. So here they said 8%, rate of interest is 8% for 1 year. So definitely second year also will get same 8% for another 1 year. So totally we will get 16% as interest at the end of 2 years. So it means they have given 16% equal to 960 rupees. Simple interest is 960. So we have to keep the amount is 100%. So 16% equal to 960. What is 100%? So 960 into 100 by 60 and you will get the same answer. So the values will be same in both the case, but no need to substitute in the formula and find the answer. So simply equal 16% equal to 960, 100% equal to what? You will get the answer. So let's move on to the second problem. We'll try to solve this problem by percentage method. So we don't want to use this formula. We'll directly use the percentage method. So they have given 15% for 1 year. It means we'll get 15% for all the 4 years. We'll get 60%. In the question they have given the amount becomes 8800. It means that amount plus interest is 8800. So amount we usually will take it as 100%, but here interest 60% is added with that. So we have to take 160% equal to the given value 8800. So what is 100? We have to calculate the amount. So read the question carefully. An amount becomes 8800. It means principal plus the interest they have given. Okay. So simplify this 8800 into 100 by 160. So simplify this. You will get the same answer in both formula method as well as this one. So if you simplify, you will get 5500. So you can try the problem with the formula method by substituting P and R by 100 and get the value. Okay. So we'll move on to the compound interest now. Okay. So example 3 and type 2. Type 2 is nothing but it's based on problem based on compound interest. Now read the problem. What will be the compound interest on 5,000 for 2 years at 12% per annum? So we have studied the percentage method in the previous example. So they have given 12% and it is for 2 years. So 12 plus 12, 24. If you put this, then this will be wrong. Because they have given it is compound interest. Compound interest means the interest which accumulated after the first year will be added with the principal. So we have to calculate the interest for the amount which we got in the first year. So if I write like this, 12% in the first year is equal to, so first year 12% of 5,000, 12% means 500, 900, 600. So at the end of second year, 12% of 5,000, that is equal to 600, and the 12% of 600 should be added here. So 12% of 600. So the interest will be 600 plus 12% means 72, which is equal to 672. So in the first year we got 600, second year we got 672, and the total will be 1272. So if you calculate like this, this is the method we used to calculate. And let's look at the formula method, percentage method. So here is 24% and how to calculate the compound interest using percentage method. So we have learned a successive percentage, that is net percentage calculation equal to A plus B plus AB by 100. So this is the formula we use to calculate the net percentage. So substitute the value here. At the end of first year we'll get 12%. 12%. Sorry. Again second year we'll get another 12 and multiply 12 into 12 by 100. So if you simplify this, you will get 25.44. So we got in terms of percentage. So I'm writing the top. 25.44% we have to calculate. So they have given 5,000 rupees. 100% is equal to 5,000 rupees. So cross multiply and simplify, you will get 1272 as the answer. So you can use any method, but the thing is, in case of compound interest, remember the interest is added with the principal after 1 year. So use percentage method. If you use percentage method, use the successive percentage. Okay. So let's move on to type 3. So first understand the question and then I will explain you about the type 3. Find the difference between simple and compound interest at 5% per annum for 2 years on principal of 2,000 rupees. So they have given principal 2,000 rupees and the number of years is 2 years and interest is 5%. They asked to find the difference between simple and compound interest. So the traditional way to calculate this problem is calculate compound interest, calculate simple interest, subtract it. Ci minus Si equal to our answer. So if you want to solve by this method, you have to calculate compound interest separately, you have to calculate simple interest separately and find the answer. So it will take time. So let's look at the alternate method to solve this problem. So I have written a formula, difference equal to PR square by 100 100 square for 2 years. So if you use this formula, you can easily calculate the difference between simple and compound interest for 2 years. Okay. So let me explain how did we get this formula. So let's take simple interest, compound interest, and we'll be calculating for 1 or 2 years. So at the end of first year, we get PR by 100, PNR by 100, N equal to 1 year. So the formula to calculate the simple interest is PR by 100. Similarly, the simple and compound interest is same for first and second year. I am using the same value. So N is 100, so N is 1. So P into R by 100. So at the end of second year, simple interest will be same, PR by 100. So in compound interest also we will get PR by 100 plus we will get the interest for this amount. So R by 100 I am writing as usual. So now I have to consider this value as a principal. So I will get P and R square by 100 square. So now subtract these two. So we have calculated for 2 years. Now subtract compound interest minus simple interest. So if you subtract this, you will get this remaining, every term will be get cancelled. So PR by 100 and this PR by 100, and you will get only PR square by 100 square. So this is the method we use to calculate the difference between simple and compound interest for 2 years. Okay. So instead of using this technique, compound interest, simple interest and difference, so use this method to get the value. Let's try this method for this problem. So find the difference between simple and compound interest at 5% per annum for 2 years on the principal of RS of rupees 2000. Okay. So substitute the value PR square by 100. This difference equal to PR square by 100. Substitute it. 2000 into R square, that is 5 into 5, 25, and you will get 100 square. So simplify it, get 50 by 10, value will be 5. So answer for this question is 5. So no need to calculate compound interest and simple interest separately. So just use this formula. If you want to calculate the difference between simple and compound interest for 1 year, it will be always equal to 0. So there is no difference between simple and compound interest for 1 year. Okay, let's try the second problem with this formula. So we have discussed the formula, difference equal to PR square by 100 square. So substitute the value in this, you get 25 equal to P into again 25. So if you simplify, you will get P value equal to 10%. So it will get cancelled directly. Okay. So use the technique and solve this problem quickly. Now we'll move on to type 4. Okay. On simple interest, a sum of money becomes 1120 in 4 years and 1360 in 7 years. How much money is deposited? So they didn't give any rate of interest. They have given only the amount becomes 1120 in 4 years. They didn't give what is the interest. The amount becomes 1360 in 7 years. So we have to calculate this. So the one thing which we have to remember in this problem is the simple interest for every year will be same. So for example, if we get X rupees in the first year as an interest, in second year we will get X rupees, in third year we will get X rupees. So simple interest will be same for all the years. So amount for 7 years minus amount of 3 years. I am subtracting this. So on simple interest, a sum of money becomes 1120, so 1360 minus 1120. It means that in 7 years the amount is 360 from 1120 in 4 years. If you subtract this, you will get 240. This 240 is the interest we got for 3 years, because 7 minus 3 is, sorry, this is 4, and the interest we got for 3 years. So for 3 years the interest is 240, means for 1 year the interest will be 80 rupees. So they have given the sum of amount after 4 years. So if interest for 4 years will be 320, because the interest is common for all the years. So subtract the value from this 4 year value. That is, at the end of 4th year we have received 1120. In 1120, 320 is the interest. So if you subtract this, you will get 800. So the person has deposited 800 rupees. The 800 rupees become 1120 in 4 years and 1360 in 7 years. So you can find the principal value directly. So the technique which we have used here is amount of m years minus amount of n years equal to simple interest of m minus n years. We use this technique and solve the problem directly. So next, look at the one more problem in this type. So now read the question. Sum of money invested at compound interest. So look at the term compound interest. So in the previous problem we have discussed simple interest, and in this problem we are discussing compound interest. The amount is Rs 800 in 3 years, and the amount becomes 8882 in 5 years. So if you subtract like the simple interest, 8882 minus 800, you won't get the interest of 2 years, because 5 minus 3, this is for 5 years and this is for 3 years, compound interest of 2 years. You won't get this. So don't make this mistake while solving the problem based on compound interest. That's why we have written here, amount of 5 years, amount of 3 years is not equal to compound interest of 2 years. So use the formula only for the simple interest, not for the compound interest. Then how to solve this problem? Yes, you have to go by basic formula method. Let me explain how to solve this problem. So we know the formula for this is, formula for compound interest equal to P into 1 plus R by 100 power n. So substitute the value and form the equation. So first equation will be, we don't have the value of principal, 1 plus, we don't know the rate of interest also, R by 100 power n, take the 5 years value which is equal to 882, and this will be equation number 1. Now take the second equation, 1 plus R by 100 power 3 which is equal to 800, and consider this as equation number 2. Now divide equation 1 by 2. Equation 1 by 2. So I am writing the step in this itself. So if you simplify this, you will get P will get cancelled, and the value will be 1 plus R by 100 power 2, because this 3 will go to the numerator, and if you subtract 5 minus 3 you will get 2. Similarly, you will get 882 by 800. So now take the square root on both sides. You will get 441 by 400. I'm writing in the top. So 1 plus r by 100 equal to, if you take the square root, you will get 21 by 20. Now simplify this value. Take the 1 to the right side and find the value of r. So r will be equal to, r by 100 equal to 21 by 20 minus 1. We'll get 1 by 20. So r will be equal to 100 by 20, and that is 5. Okay. So one thing you have to remember is you should not use the technique which we follow in the simple interest. So compound interest, the interest will vary for every year. The amount will increase if the year increases. So use the traditional method to solve this compound interest. So now let's move on to the last concept of this simple and compound interest. So here the amount will be compounded half yearly and quarterly. So in the previous example we have discussed only the compound interest is compounded annually, and this example we are discussing quarterly and half yearly. So as we know this, compound interest means the interest will be added with the principal at the end of 1 year. We have discussed like this. So in case of compound interest half yearly, the interest will be added with the principal at the end of 6th month. In case of quarterly, the interest will be added with the principal at the end of every 3 months. So let's look at an example. Okay. So I have a rupees 10,000, 10% per annum. I have deposited for 2 years. Okay, for time being, we'll take it as 1 year. Okay. So I am calculating compound interest annually, compound interest half yearly, compound interest quarterly. So amount is 10,000 rupees. At the end of 10,000 rupees, sorry, at the end of 1 year, I'll get 1,000 rupees. If it is 10%, I'll get 1,000 rupees at the end of first year. So this is end of first year. In this case, the same 10% is going to apply, but only for 6 months. So at the end of 6 months, I'll get 500 rupees. So 10% in 10,000 is 1,000 rupees. So I'm getting half of that. So 500 rupees at the end of 6th month. So this 500 rupees will be added with the principal for the next 3 months. So in the next 6 months, I'll get 500 rupees and the interest for this 500 rupees also. So one moment. Okay, so we'll get the interest for this 500 rupees. So at the end of 6 months, we'll get the interest for this 500 rupees. So 10% in this 500 is 50 and will be half of this. So we'll get 500 plus 500 plus 25 as an interest at the end of first year. So it means we'll get 1,025 rupees in case of compounded half yearly. So I'm writing it here for the clear. So CI Annually we got the value only 1000 rupees. So half yearly we got 1025. So let's look at the quarterly. So in half yearly we got 500 rupees, and but quarterly we got 250 rupees at the end of first 3 months. Second 3 months we'll get again 250. Then third 3 months again 250, and last 3 months we'll get again 250. So in the second quarter we'll get the interest for this 250 also. So 250 10% means 25, and if you divide it by 4 you will get 6.125. That the value go into decimal. So you will get this 6.125. Sorry, 6.25. So in the third quarter you will get the interest for this 6.25 also. So the value will goes in decimal. So definitely you will get more amount in this quarterly than the compounded half yearly. So in simple way, if you remember, you can remember the 4 concepts like this. So in simple interest you will get money less than compound interest annually. Compound interest annually will be less than compound interest half yearly, and compound interest quarterly. So this is the maximum money we receive, and this is the minimum money we will receive. So if you want to calculate this compounded annually, compounded half yearly, and compounded quarterly, we suggest you to use the formula method, because in the example itself we have discussed we have to divide the value by 4, and this value may go in 3 or 4 decimals. So there may be chance for making mistake. So you can use the formula to calculate compounded half yearly and compounded quarterly. So the same formula for compound interest we have studied 1 plus r by 100 power n. So here we are, the n will be multiplied by 2 in case of half yearly, and the rate of interest will be divided by 2. So r by 2 will become 200 here, r by 4 will become 400 here. So the n will be 4 periods. So here we will get 6 months and we will get 3 months. So it's better to use the formula to calculate compounded half yearly and compounded quarterly. Let's discuss an example in this type also. So read the question. Compute the compound interest on rupees 10,000 for 2 years at 10% per annum when compounded half yearly. So let's understand the term half yearly. It means that the amount will be compounded half yearly. So the formula we have studied is amount equal to P into 1 plus r by 200 power 2 power n. Okay. So substitute the value. So amount they have given 10,000 into 1 plus r value is 10 by 200 power 4. So simplify this value, you get 10,000 into 1 by 200 will be 1 by 20. So 1 plus 1 by 20 will be equal to 21 by 20 power 4. Into multiply this value and get the answer. 21 by 20 into 20 and simplify this, you will get the answer 12.155606. So simplify it and you will get the answer. So if you use the percentage method to calculate this problem, it will take time and there might be chance for making the mistake in the decimal part. So you have to divide the values. If it goes more than 4 decimal part, you have to be more careful. So use the formula and calculate the value. So if you get compounded quarterly, just make the changes in this. So R by 400 4m and calculate the value. So friends, we have discussed simple and compound interest, and we have discussed and we have covered major types of problem in simple and compound interest. So the next is you have to practice. So let's quickly revise the topic and we'll move on to the So we have discussed these types of problems in this session: direct, simple interest and compound interest. So in case of direct, simple and compound interest, use the percentage method. Don't use the formula method to calculate. So for difference between simple and compound interest based problem, use the formula we have discussed in the session, and don't calculate compound interest separately and simple interest separately. So comparison between two periods. So the formula which we have discussed is only applicable for the simple interest and not for the compound interest. So in case of compound interest, use the traditional method and find out the answer. So quarterly and half yearly compound interest we have discussed. In case of half yearly, the interest will be added with the principal at the end of 6 months. In case of quarterly, the amount will be added with the principal at the end of 3 months. So we have discussed these topics in this session in the session today. So practice more problem in this simple and compound interest. You can practice the problem in our Prepare with Placement Season test package. I will explain you what is Prepare with Placement Season. So this Prepare with Placement Season test package is exclusively designed for 2019 batch. So in this test pack we have aptitude test as well as coding test. So every week you will get access to 5 aptitude tests and 2 topic wise coding tests. So you can practice this test in that particular week, and we'll have 1 aptitude full length test and 1 coding assessment for every 2 weeks. So at the end of second week you can check your aptitude and coding knowledge with your friends. So this coding assessment will happen every 2 weeks. You can take the test. Similarly, we have 1 national level coding contest every month. So in total you will get 5 tests in aptitude per week and 2 tests in coding, and 1 aptitude test and 1 coding test for every 2 weeks, and then 1 more coding contest at the end of every month. So apart from this, you will have unlimited company specific mock test. So this company specific mock test will be based on the latest pattern of the company. So you will get unlimited access to company specific mock test in this Prepare with Placement Season. So here you will get access to aptitude, coding test and coding contest along with company specific mock test. So you can practice and get benefit. So as I said earlier, we have some offers and discount coupon codes. So we have 50% discount on Prepare with Placement Season. So Prepare with Placement Season is an exclusive test package for 2019 batch. So if you want to purchase this Prepare with Placement Season package, you can use the code Get Me Early Access. So use this coupon code at the checkout and get 50% discount on the Prepare with Placement Season test package. This video will be recorded and you can access this video in our prep.placementseason.com and app.placementseason.com. So this video will be available in Facebook also. So you can use this video and learn simple and compound interest. So we have few free resources from Placement Season, and you can utilize these free resources and practice for your placement. So we have a mobile app. You can use this mobile app. Similarly, we have a exclusive site for preparation. So prep.placementseason.com is an exclusive site for preparation. So in this prep site, we have aptitude videos, company specific training videos, as well as topic wise explanation. So you can use this website and practice. So, and there is an internship portal in our PlacementSeason.com. So open internship PlacementSeason.com and apply for the suitable internship. So friends, thank you for watching this video. If you have any questions or any feedbacks, you can send it to friends@placementseason.com, or you can always send your feedback to our WhatsApp number 989449311. So thank you for watching this session. Practice more problem on simple and compound interest. We'll see you in the next session. Thank you.